money. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go!
What you do in life echoes in eternity.
You are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain, a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. But in the process of doing that, you will discover some things about yourself that you don't know right now. What you will realize is that you have greatness within you.
It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you.
Where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
If that doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Keep going with massive action.
You are listening to Thought Food.
Hey, it's your girl Becky Kisoon. This is your daily source for personal and spiritual development. You can find new uploads daily here, Monday through Friday. On the last episode, I talked about the power of centering and grounding yourself. In this episode, I want to talk about 15 ways to center yourself. Centering refers to your mental and physical state. It means to calm your emotions and slow your mind and your breathing to a point where you can be more present in the moment versus being lost in your thoughts, being lost in your worries, frantic, or being stuck in the past. Let's say if somebody cut you off in traffic, the usual response might be to shout insults or mouth into the air. You might even flip the person a finger, but at this moment, you are not being centered. Realize that anything you do, however you react, is not going to change what actually happened. So you have to take a deep breath and center yourself. Different practices work better for different circumstances. So depending on your personality, you may find that different practices work better for you than others do. So these are 15 ways to center yourself. Number 1, conscious breathing. Breathe like it matters. When you are out of center, one thing is certain: you're not breathing properly. When your mind is racing, your breath is coarse. So observe your breathing. Don't try to change anything. Simply observe the involuntary process of breathing and let the mind follow the body, not vice versa. Take deep, slow, rhythmic, quiet breaths from your belly. And if this creates tension, breathe from your chest a few times first before focusing on your belly. Just 3 or 4 breaths can help bring you closer to your center. Number 2, stand like a tree. This is one of the most effective ways of centering yourself. Stand like a tree with your feet shoulder width apart and your spine straight. Imagine a cord extending from the crown of your head into the sky. There are numerous variations of this practice. Variation 1. So place both of your hands over your navel while your head is floating above your body. Allow the rest of your body to relax and sink down. Variation 2. Imagine that you are a tree. Your head, your arms, your hands, and your fingers are the branches. Your legs and your torso are the trunk. And your feet sprout roots far down beneath the ground. Feel how heavy your feet get as they take root. The third variation of this is imagine you're a giant connecting with heaven above you and earth beneath you. Feel what it's like to be a channel between these two forces. For all of these practices, you want to stand with your eyes closed for a minute or 2. 3. Feel your shift. Feel your feet to shift your awareness. When you're out of center, often you're overthinking. So too much energy is swirling in your head. Put both feet firmly on the ground. Place your full awareness on the bottom of your feet. This helps draw the excessive energy down into your body. Pay attention to any sensations in your feet. 4. Belly bliss, attention to your navel. In Qigong and Tai Chi, the center of your body is the lower dantian, about 2 inches below your belly, your navel. Place your awareness in this area and breathe naturally. Sometimes it's helpful to put one or both hands over your navel as you breathe. Combine this with conscious breathing practice for greater benefit. You'll probably notice the effects within 30 seconds to 1 minute. 5. Heart centering. Attention on your heart. So your heart is working all day and night for you, and you likely give it little attention. Place your awareness on your heart region as you breathe naturally. Smile inwardly at your heart. Acknowledge your heart on the inhale, saying, I see you. And then express gratitude to your heart on the exhale, saying, thank you. Repeat this for 5 times. 6. Establish a plumb line attention to your third eye. To construct a vertical wall or a door jamb without using a carpenter's leveler, you must first establish a plumb line. A plumb line is a straight vertical line. There's a plumb line in the body too. In an upright seated position, gaze with both eyes at the tip of your nose. And as you do this, place your awareness on your region in the center of your forehead about an inch above your brow. This practice may take a little trial and error, but you'll know when you get it. And once you do, you can establish a plumb line quickly whenever you need it. 7. Call forth the observer. When there's chaos on the surface, sometimes you need to seek higher ground. When you are out of center, place your awareness about 6 inches above the crown of your head. Take the position of an observer and watch your thoughts, your feelings, and your sensations. This is a powerful practice. It can instantly provide space between yourself and whatever drama might be happening in your ego. Maintain this observer perspective for as long as it is comfortable for you. 8. The pyramid visualization. This practice comes from psychologist Robert Moore. The king is a powerful archetype in our psyche that represents an organizing principle of the self. Visualize a crystal pyramid. A pyramid is a symbol associated with this sacred king. Imagine a crystalline pyramid in your heart area or a larger pyramid encompassing your entire body. Feel the invisible, eternally durable presence of this pyramid. Hold this image until you are more centered. You can also access your king or queen energy by praying and asking God for guidance to really give you the energy that you should be having in this moment. King and queens should always be centered and always be present in the moment, not lost in their chaotic thoughts. Praying for guidance can help you to remember who you really are and how you really should be responding to this moment. 9. Find stillness in movement, mindful walking. Sometimes standing or sitting still makes your internal chaos worse, and in these cases, mindful walking can serve you. Walk as slowly as you can, staying fully present with every single step. Keep your breathing slow and steady. Try to sync your breathing with each step. For example, a 2 count for each stride. Try this for a minute or 2, and if it feels good, do it for longer. But if possible, walk in nature to further assist you in the centering process. 10. Journaling. To use journaling to help you further find your center, write about your current challenges, your problems, your fears, your upsets, your insecurities, and your indignations. Dump it in your journal. Express your emotions, and it might let it go. Sometimes you can be more centered in a matter of minutes. Other times you may need to journal for longer. Number 11. Grounding exercise. Hold your crown. When you're off center, place one hand directly over the crown of your head. It will help ground you more quickly. Try this in combination with any of the methods that I mentioned before, and keep your hand there until you are more grounded, and it usually takes 1 minute or less. 12. Pay attention. You really want to, before, during, and after you do these practices, pay attention to your mental, emotional, and physical state, and notice any changes that take place during or after you use these exercises. 13. Anchor the positive results. To stay in the center with greater frequency on a regular basis, you have to create positive associations with your experiences with being centered. So if you feel lighter or energized with a more calm, clear mind, take note of that. Some people turn these exercises into a chore, but if you turn them into chores, it will create resistance in your unconscious mind. So you'll forget to use any methods and stay off center. 14. Adopt a beginner's mind. Any ideas or preconceived notions that you have about centering yourself can reduce or block the effectiveness of these practices. Your mind can try to discount the value of these practices in centering yourself in itself. So when you practice adopt a beginner's mind, stay curious and open. Lastly, 15. Experiment. You have a menu of options to choose from and ways to center yourself now. So each time that you try a method to center yourself, hold it as an experiment. You are the subject of the experiment and the scientist making all of these observations. See what you discover. Are you more centered after running this experiment or not? Can you detect any new sensations? Are you more present in the moment and in your body? Is your mind calmer? Be playful. When you're too serious, it is a sign that you are out of center. Seriousness creates internal tension. When you are centered, you're relaxed, you are alert, you are spontaneous, all of which are signs of a positive mental health. So remember, guys, when you center yourself, you feel alive, alert, present in the moment, and resourceful. Centering is a skill. Once you know how to center yourself, you can access your center and your calmness whenever you need it. Identify when you're out of center and use a method to return to it. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this impacted you in some way. If it did, please share. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. I upload one episode every single day and review. I love you. Thank you so much. Peace.